Good morning. Welcome to Meditation and Pranayama. I want to dedicate today's meditation practice to the chakra system. And the system that we're going to work is a 7-point system. And it works along the spine. So, what I'd like to do is get us into the breath and then kind of go through each of these 7 centers and give you an opportunity to tap into what's going on there. And then I want to do a balancing breath at the end. So we're going to go through kind of in a reverse order today from what we usually do. So sit up nice and tall. And let's take our 3 grounding breaths. Let's take a deep breath all the way in through the top of the head. And then let ourselves melt a little bit from head to chest. And inhale across the collarbones. And an exhale to soften ourselves from collarbones to abdomen. And inhale into our belly. And an exhale to let ourselves settle down onto the ground. Now be aware of your tailbone and imagine an inhale initiating there and riding up your spine like the breath is on an elevator. Go all the way up to the crown of your head. And then as you exhale, let that breath wash right back down from crown to tail. So now that you have a picture of the movement of the breath, feel into the sensation of the breath as it moves in this way. Now that you're aware of the sensation, do you notice any darkness or brightness, any extra light or color in any of these areas that you're breathing along? You'll have to look into your mind's eye for that, which is kind of a gaze inward at the center of your forehead. Finish this round of breath. We'll call it a spinal breath. And notice that the end of the exhale drops your attention back down to the base of your spine. That's where we're going to start. Imagine at the base of your spine, there's an orb of energy, just kind of sparking and moving and swirling around. Picture it. Picture it as a red color. Feel into that space at the base of your spine, but also through the base of your pelvis and through your legs and down into the floor. The sensations around this center. This center is called Muladhara Chakra, the root chakra, and it's associated, among other things, with stability. Feel that stable support of the ground underneath you. This is your connection to the ground. This is how we ground ourselves, is from this center. What is your relationship to this idea of stability and grounding? Do you need more? Do you need less? Does it feel pretty balanced? Let's take one more moment here. Draw your attention upward, just a small step to your sacrum, which is the back of your pelvis. Picture that orb of light. Let's make it orange, moving, sparking, fading in and out of brightness, maybe. How do you see it, this space at your sacrum, at that fusion of spinal vertebrae? What does it feel like in this area? This area is inclusive of your low back, of your abdomen, your lower abdomen, we'll call it the belly, south of the navel, of the hips. How does all this area feel? This is Svadhisthana chakra, the sacral chakra. And it is associated, again, among other things, these centers have lots of associations, but I'm going to pick out the main ones that we're working on today. With nurturing, with taking care of self and others. Nurturing even as a source of growth. You water your plants so that they can continue to grow and prevail, get stronger. How do you relate to this concept? Sit with it for a moment. Just take one more moment here. And shift our attention upward to the mid back, Often we kind of flip our attention to the front body here. So it's between your lower ribs and your navel. It's called the solar plexus. Let's picture a beaming light there. The color that I want you to see here is yellow. Notice if it's kind of dim or bright. Notice the movement. Is it moving in a random order or in an orb, in a circle? Is it sparkling? Is it kind of dark? What do you see here? What do you feel here? In your upper abdomen and your mid back? This is called Manipura chakra, the solar plexus chakra. And this center is associated with activity. Activity and activity is not just something that happens to happen to you, it's something that you decide to do. So you make decisions from here. You assert yourself from here. You use the strength to move from here. Let's take a moment with that idea. How does that relate to you? Do you need a little more, a little less? Pretty good there. Just another moment here. Bring your attention upward into the upper back, center of the chest. Picture the spiraling orb, green. It's the color here. Is it a rich emerald green? Is it a fading pastel green? Is it bright? Is it dim? Notice what picture you create for this center. Feel into the space, the chest, the upper back, through the ribs, down through the arms and hands. This is the balancing point in the 7 chakras. This is called Anahata chakra, the heart chakra. And it's associated with compassion. Which suggests kind of internal, personal, moral code. Something that's truthful, honest for each of us as individuals, and that we can spread out and contribute into the world, creating our own unique connection to each person and place that we encounter. How do you feel about that? Pretty tapped in, a little bit removed. Take just another moment here. Going to take just a little brief break and take a big flushing breath. Inhale deeply. Let it go. And do that once or twice more. You need to wiggle around, you certainly can. Maybe certain areas are still kind of highlighted in your mind's eye from what we've gone through already. Again, I mentioned we're at the halfway point. We're going to shift our attention up the spine to the neck. Picture the orb of energy there. We're going to associate this center with blue. Notice the qualities of that energy, that light. That vibration. Feel into the space, into your throat, into your mouth, gums, teeth, jaw, ears, along the back of the neck, around the front of the neck, down to the collarbones. Feel the sensation of this area. Excuse me. Called Vishuddha chakra, throat chakra, center for communication, which includes self-expression. Really being able to articulate what we mean and what we think, and so many ways of expressing ourselves through language and otherwise. And it's also listening. Part of the other half of that communication is observing and taking information in. How do you connect to that? Take another moment here. Bring your attention to the center of your forehead and notice the light there. Quality of it, the shade of indigo of it, the brightness of it, mobility of it. Notice the sensation around your forehead, all the way down through the back of the skull to the base of the skull. Notice your eyes and your eye sockets and your eyelashes and your eyelids and the space around your eyes, your temples, cheeks. Ajna chakra, the third eye chakra, associated with intuition, which requires a sense of steadiness and calm so as to become aware of the more subtle realities. This center allows us to perceive, not just sense what we can touch and see and feel, but to perceive the deeper level, the deeper context, maybe. Do you feel pretty tapped into that? Not so much. Is it something you're working on? Is it something that's balanced already? Just one more moment here. Draw your attention upward to the crown of your head, this beam of light across the crown of your head. Maybe it's a big orb of purple. What does it look like? How does it feel up there? Just as we started with the root chakra that connects us to the ground, this one connects us to the sky above us. And in a more esoteric way, it connects us to the ether. It connects us to every tiny particle in the air. It connects the makeup of our body with the makeup of the space around us. Not just around us presently, but around us from our whole lives past and our whole lives future, and the stardust that we become. Connects us to everything. Sahasrara chakra, the crown chakra, the center for consciousness. Let's sit in this space for a moment. This is a great time to pause this video and just stay as long as you're in the zone. Otherwise, imagine your breath is filled with white light and breathe up and down your spine, deep breaths a couple of times. As if the breath could flush out each of these centers and even them all out. Similar in brightness, similar in mobility, similar in their connection to you and your experience. Now, take your index and middle finger of your right hand to your forehead. Take your thumb to your right nostril and your ring and pinky to the left nostril. So peace fingers on the forehead, thumb on the right, ring and pinky on the left. This is your right hand. Take one more of those big lit up breaths. And then we're going to take a deep breath in. Close the right nostril with the thumb and exhale. Inhale left. Close the left nostril and exhale right. Inhale right. Close the right nostril and exhale left. Inhale left. Close the left nostril and exhale right. Inhale right. Close the right nostril, exhale left. Inhale left. Close and exhale right. Exhale right. Close and exhale left. Exhale left. Close and exhale right. Last breath, inhale. Close and exhale left. Release the hand and inhale through both. And exhale through both. And inhale the spiraling breath around your spine. Hold at the very crown of your head for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sip in more air and then let it release all the way back out. Take one more deep breath. Feeling the energy coursing through your body. When you feel ready, blink your eyes open and let in the world around you. May you be well.